Thursday of the fifth week of Lent. Friend, it is not an enemy who taunts me, then I could bear it. It is not an adversary who deals insolently with me, then I could hide from him. But it is you, my companion, my familiar friend. Psalm 55, verses 12 and 13. Yesterday, we reflected on Jesus' prediction of his death and the news that the authorities were seeking to kill him, and how these might have affected John and Peter. Today, we will consider how the same news might have affected Judas. The Gospel don't tell us the precise moment when Judas started to struggle. Scripture says little about why Judas does what he does, beyond greed. Sacred tradition doesn't inform us of Judas's dashed expectations, disillusionments, or desolations. We don't know how or where his treachery began. We only see the outcome. Mary watched Jesus pour himself out for the apostles, Judas among them, for 3 years. The apostles weren't perfect men. They brought their sinfulness and shortcomings along on the journey. They needed conversion just like everyone else. The 12 also would have required time to get to know one another, trust one another, and learn to be transparent. A mother's love often extends beyond her own children to her children's friends. Mary, as a mother, is likely to have taken a special interest in Jesus' closest friends. So throughout these 3 years, she would have gotten to know Judas along with the other apostles. Mothers can also sometimes sense things going on with a child's friend that the child doesn't notice. It is possible that Mary sensed Judas's interior battle. Consider Mary's motherly intuition as she sees Judas descending into isolation and darkness. Consider the grief and the pain in the Blessed Mother's heart as she sees him falling further into confusion and despair. We can only imagine how the decline of one of Judas's most trusted 12 friends would have affected her. We can prayerfully contemplate how Mary could have prayed with Psalm 55 about Judas. It is not an enemy who taunts me, then I could bear it. It is not an adversary who deals insolently with me, then I could hide from him. But it is you, my companion, my familiar friend. Psalm 55, verses 12 and 13. Today, let us imagine Mary beholding Judas. Judas has become quieter, despondent, and distant. Let us imagine the grief in Mary's heart as she prays for him. For your prayer, spend an additional 15 minutes today in prayer. Reflect on the lives of Jesus and Mary through the Rosary. Aim to pray 3 decades if you can. At the end of each decade, pause for a few minutes in silence and ask Mary to look at you. Ask her to speak to you about how Judas's struggles and betrayal affected her. Then ask Mary to take you to her son. Let go of any distractions and let this happen however the Spirit desires. Simply ask Mary to bring you to Jesus. What words stood out to you as you prayed?